Fox News enemies list of Trumpists and communists.
Raise your hand if you're on the enemies list.
I am. Is it just us?
Sergio.
Do we get to
So wait,
vicariously
Sergio, are
be
you on the
there?
list?
Can we be there because you're there? Like we work here. I'm not on there.
Okay, so let's slow down. No.
Well, hold on. First of all, Phil. Tim got on the enemies list through guilt by association, so you should be able to as well.
I feel like I should.
So basically, what's happened is this NGO in Ukraine published this roller coaster thing where they list a bunch of individuals, what is it, like 300 and some odd individuals, that they say are impeding their access to funding. Basically, what they're saying is, you, American citizen, are in the way of me taking your money. That deeply offends me. I get really angry by this. I'm an American. I pay taxes. You are Americans. You pay taxes. And these people wrote up a thing mad that as non-U.S. entities, they want my money to pay their bills. You can ask nicely, but to tell me I'm in your way of my own money, I'm glad I am. So here's what they do. They have this connections. And then they have this big list. Here's Donald Trump. And I'm in there somewhere. Where am I? I'm like floating over here, timpool. Now, I will tell you what is the most offensive thing about this is.
Where am I?
I don't know where
I'm in there, bro.
Somewhere.
I know it's hard to find because they don't. You got to be big. Like you see how the big ones have names on them, like they actually label them. I'd imagine yours would be one of the bigger ones, right? There you go.
Oh, there we go, baby.
Yeah. Now hold on.
Central.
They don't connect you to me over here. Like, we've had Tucker Carlson, Vivek Ramaswamy. We've had Marjorie Taylor Greene. We've had you. We've had Jim Jordan. We've had all of you on this show. And how
you should consider You should consider yourself very lucky that you made the list, even though they're not fans of the show.
Yeah. Right? So anyway, I am deeply offended by this list. But the breaking news now, according to DC Drano, the Ukrainian NGO that started an enemies list, which included U.S. congressmen and private American citizens, using Biden's State Department funding, has just been defunded thanks to the leadership of Congressman Jim Banks. So Ian was just bringing up this like international liberal economic order. And this is what I really see here. The war in Ukraine. I watched a video earlier, and it was an international volunteer group fighting in Ukraine. What we are looking at right now is it's an extra governmental entity using the labor of the American people to fund non-citizens and foreign entities to fight a war for NATO. We are witnessing war that is extra governmental at this point. We did not approve of this. The American people did not vote for this war, but we are paying for it whether we want to or not. And then you've got a video of a British guy, a Canadian guy, a New Zealand guy, and they're fighting, flying Ukrainian flags and killing Russians. And then they're mad at me for not wanting my money to go towards that. The United States has become a vassal of an international military cabal. And it's been for a long time, but now it's plainly visible in front of us. I'm hoping that what we're seeing with Trump, with you, Representative Gaetz, is that there's a fracture in the hull of their ship.
I would suggest that the kryptonite to that non-governmental, maybe even post-governmental warfare, right, to that liberal world order, it's strong nation states. And that's why this very like post-governmental regime is turned against people like Trump and Milei and Bukele in El Salvador, who's totally changed that country.
Oh, yeah.
And they fear the sense of pride, strong borders, and just realism that would deconstruct what they've done, I think, to be so damaging. But like to just break down for a moment where I've been on Ukraine, the amendment I filed that might have gotten me on this list was just that we should follow our own laws regarding the end-use monitoring of our own military equipment. These aren't new laws. These are laws we've always had about just like when we send stuff that can shoot into a war zone, we like to keep track of where it goes. Yeah. And when I ask under oath, I can't tell you what I hear in the classified briefings. Well, when I ask in the public hearings under oath, can you testify that we are fully compliant with the law? The people charged with enforcing and overseeing those laws cannot truthfully do so.